Welcome to the AARDY.com YouTube channel for travel tips. I'm Jonathan Breeze, the CEO, and today's topic, an AARDY European road trip, part 1. At AARDY.com we love to travel, and sharing travel hacks and tips is just a part of what we like to write about. But in this two-part post we also wanted to share with you an AARDY European road trip that one of our AARDY team recently enjoyed, to give you some great ideas for your own European road trip. Our intrepid adventurers started out at 5 a.m. in London, England, with a car full of luggage, fully fueled and with a number of sleepy family members, all set for a 1,100-mile trip to the island of Menorca, one of Spain's Balearic Islands, which is in the Mediterranean Sea. The first part of the trip was a gentle drive from London to Folkestone to travel across the English Channel to France. Now, getting across the English Channel used to be a roll-on, roll-off ferry from the White Cliffs of Dover. However, since 1994, the Channel Tunnel has provided the British with a direct link to mainland Europe. If you are travelling by car through the tunnel, you can board a specially designed train which can carry over 120 cars per train for the 35-minute trip under the English Channel. Although we talk of the Channel Tunnel, thankfully there is more than one tunnel, which helps to avoid congestion on the track. The Channel Tunnel is actually 3 tunnels combined. One for trains heading to France, one's for trains heading to England, and a final tunnel which is a service tunnel. Now, once through the tunnel, you are then in France. And for those of you who haven't experienced the French motorway system, it is extensive. It is also some of the quietest motorways in Europe. To drive on the motorways in France, you have to pay a toll, the price of which is based on the distance you travel, which means the roads are peaceful and relaxing. Our explorers travelled down the A26 motorway from Calais, which runs down the east of France, and this is how much traffic is normally on this road. Let's just say it is relaxing driving, especially when you compare it to London's orbital M25 motorway, or even Interstate 405, which both resemble a parking lot. Not only are the motorways in France great for driving on, the French have also perfected the rest stops. As well as the normal rest stops for fuel, food and coffee, the French also have hundreds of rest stops which have nothing more than picnic benches, beautiful scenery and toilets. Now, many French travellers take a French baguette, some ham and cheese, and stop for a picnic on their trip. And most of the picnic stops on the motorways also have play areas for the kids, which is a great way to let the little ones run around, let off some steam, and use up some of that pent-up energy. The first leg of the trip, and the first stopover for our AARDY European adventurers, was the beautiful city of Dijon in France, about 450 miles from London, which is a similar distance to a drive from Tampa, Florida to Atlanta. If you ask most people what they know about Dijon, most people will probably only know their greatest export. However, Dijon has much more to offer than just great mustard. Dijon is the capital city of the historical Burgundy region of eastern France and one of the country's principal wine-producing areas. It's known for its vineyard tours, autumn gastronomic fare, and building styles ranging from Gothic to Art Deco. It is a truly beautiful city to visit if you get the chance. Our explorers hadn't pre-booked accommodation, choosing instead to be spontaneous and see where their journey led them, making use of one of the plethora of hotel and apartment booking apps. They found a very quaint and reasonably priced apartment hotel in the centre of Dijon. After a wonderful night's sleep and breakfast in one of the local cafes, bags were again packed and they headed off on the second day of their AARDY European road trip, which would take them from Dijon to Perpignan in the south of France. Stay tuned for part 2 with the AARDY European road trip, which will be coming up next. And remember, if you're heading off on a European adventure of your own, or spending your holidays in the US, please remember to pack travel insurance, as you never know when you might need it. And at AARDY.com, you can get a quote in seconds and compare dozens of the top travel plans from many of the largest US travel insurers, saving you time and money finding the right travel plan for your needs. Take care, keep safe.